So I've been playing this game a lot on stream lately, like a good amount. Need for Speed Carbon, as you can probably tell from the title. I've put like 5-6 hours in this actually, and I've just kind of like been gathering my thoughts on it because I never used to like this Need for Speed. I used to like always like Most Wanted, Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit, and all that. But I never like looked at this one very fondly. Like it always felt like it was lacking, and I still think it is lacking, but I've been having like a good amount of fun with it. So, this game, if you're not familiar, came out after Most Wanted and feels, I don't want to say feels like Underground, but like I feel like there's definitely like Underground vibes going, and you have like this big old open world to drive around and do events in. But the open world itself is like super lifeless, like there's really no point in doing like the free roam driving. From what I can tell, and there's like cops and stuff, but like you never run into them. Like there's just no purpose to them, so like all you're really doing is kind of going down the map and selecting like all the events here. And you're trying to take control of the city. So you have like 4 little islands, 4 little sections, which I would assume just kind of like all notate to like one part of the game. And every time you kind of take over all the territories, you get a boss battle and a thing called a canyon race. Which is cool. Actually, I have a new event here, like in a territory I already took over, so let's go for it. But yeah, there's just like little like cutscenes and like there's like team AI. So like you can like get a scout for you who will like find shortcuts for you, or like other ones that like will help block the road, things like that. Nothing crazy. Honestly, it's kind of pointless. Doesn't really do much for you. But the game itself is really cool. It doesn't feel quite right. Like there's like drift events and stuff, and the drifting in this game is like actually terrible. But the general racing, not bad. And like the overall presentation of the game is not too bad either. So, like, it's kind of like a mixed bag, to be honest. Like, I like it, but it has its issues. Like, as I race, it'll be, like, very, very apparent. But this game kind of, like, I don't know, like, it feels rushed, but, like, not terrible. Like, I haven't really been getting, like, cool cars as much as I would like to. I've barely customized this one. It's been holding up just fine. I've been using it for, like, the last, like, 25% of the game. But the game itself, like, it plays well, it's just the drifting doesn't feel good, like what drifting there is. And the game itself actually is really, really easy, but I think that's partly because there's, like, no rubber banding AI. Which is really nice, because I'm not a big fan of rubber banding AI, which is such a prominent thing in so many racing games. This game doesn't really seem to have it, and if it's there, it's not very strong, because I can usually maintain first place, or, like, a decent ranking. Every single time I play this. Unless it's like a certain special type of race, like a thing called a speed trap, which, you know, you gotta go through cameras as quick as possible, and like whoever has the highest total speed by the end wins. It's like special events like that aren't the easiest first time through, but like basic racing doesn't feel very rubber bandy, and it's pretty easy to kind of like maintain a good place. But it's also very easy to lose control of your vehicle, like I just did there too. As I barely pay attention. Yeah, no, I've been really digging this game. It feels like a lot of ideas are just like super, super half-baked. And just like certain things just kind of feel like, you know, if they had a little bit more time, they'd be playing, this game would be playing so much better. Like, this game feels like a few more months it could have been so good. And we're now playing the PS3 version, so this should be the best version. Graphically and everything like that. Maybe, I forget if this game came to 360. I think it did. But I assume like this and like the 360 version would be the best console versions. And I don't know like how the PC version was. Because this game kind of came out in the era like where the PC versions of games typically were like the PS2 versions ported. So I'm not sure if that's the same case with this one or not. Because this game also came to PSP and a little thing called Own the City. Like a little special subtitle for it. But I think it was largely a very similar game, if memory serves correctly, and it also came to the Wii and PS2, so like this game was like on a lot of platforms at the time. And yeah, it's a really, really cool little game, and basically you are, I think I already established, like you're going from territory to territory, competing in all these different events, trying to own the city essentially, like the PSP subtitle suggests. And when you take over full territory, you fight the boss of the area. And there's like some weird story going on, like with the cops, like at the starting scene of this game, and it makes very little sense. And there's like really, really like cheesy live action cutscenes. like really cheesy, that feels so out of place that you can't help but like love it, but like you also just gotta kind of sort of hate it at the same time. And there's like decent-ish car customization. Like there isn't like a ton of customization, but like you can like adjust your tires and like the suspension and stuff. But like it's mainly just, it's not like fine-tuning. You get like a little bar and it's like, if you go this way you'll have drift tires, you go this way you'll have like better grip tires, or like your boost will be faster, or your boost will have more duration. So it's like, it's very basic customization like on the cars. Oh, and as I drive by stuff, you might see stuff like highlighted with like red arrows. Those are destructible environments, and like if I crash through like those red arrows, I may drop stuff on the track to slow down the people behind me. Like that. I could have hit that. That would have slowed down everyone behind me, but like I'm not too concerned about that right now, so I didn't bother going out of the way, because I'm almost in first as it is. And I'm way more focused on just passing him and winning this race, because I don't feel like redoing this race. It's a long race. Not gonna lie. Kinda sorta just want to win this one. So we're just gonna kind of like buckle down and get this, I think. Hopefully. Oh, and there's also like shortcuts everywhere. Like there are shortcuts literally everywhere in these tracks. I'm going down the main path because I don't trust myself to go off the beaten path. But yeah, there's like little side roads and stuff that don't really cut off a lot of time from the races. Maybe like a second or two, but like it's enough to like really hold a good lead. Like a really good lead. Speaking of a good lead, I got one right now. Sweet. Although, going this fast for this turn may be awful. No, that was good. It was actually a clean turn. I was like really expecting to crash there. Like was really expecting a heavy, just a heavy crash there, but no, we're good. Cool. Decent one. Yeah, it was just a basic circuit race. Let's see if we can get like a different race type. Although I'll probably be sticking with this this car, because I only have 2 cars in this game. Like I'm halfway through, I've only bought 2 cars. I haven't had a reason to get any more cars, so all I have right now are like 2 Mazdas. So we'll skip by the free roaming again, because there's really no point. Let's do a sprint race. No laps, just you get a little completion bar, 100%. First place, you win. Nothing super special. Let's do it. I kind of want to show the drift, but the drift's like really bad. And I just like don't want to do it. Not gonna lie. I kind of just like want to have fun. And the drift race is like such like a unfun mode. Because basically what happens is they kind of take the car and they just make you swerve everywhere. And you gotta like chain the drifts together and go as fast as possible with it. And if you crash into a wall, you lose your points. And like you're just, I don't know how to explain. Like I don't got words for it. If I do one, like you'll hear me like thrash my controller like this to keep the car like centered, because like it has no grip on the road. Oh no, on the mini map to the left, you can kind of see like what the scout does. Like if they're ahead of me, because now we have a team play going, they will highlight on the map the shortcuts. But like in a sprint race, it's kind of pointless, because there's no laps, so you can't like really use that, you know, info for later on the race, because like once you pass one thing once, you passed it for the entire race. Unless you're gonna retry, then like you can kind of like make a mental note of that. And the only way you'd be able to use her markings in the map is if she's in front of you, which she should be, typically. She's typically always in front of me. Okay, she says there's an alley. Oh yeah, there is. Oof. But I guess like her voice lines help a little bit. The scout's like generally helpful, so I've been sticking with her. Especially for like circuit races. Because just like little time saves. I lost my train of thought, not gonna lie. Really lost my train of thought. Yeah, like I've been having a decent amount of fun with this. But again, like a lot of this just feels so half-baked. So I can see like why I didn't really like it a long time ago, like when it first came out and I played it. And I just kind of like went back to Most Wanted, like I can tell why. But it's so far from like what I call a bad game. And I feel like this is like probably the last truly like really, really nice Need for Speed game for quite a while. Because after this they did like Undercover and On the Run, the Shift games and stuff like that, which just weren't quite the same. So like to me this is probably like the last like really, really good Need for Speed game, or like Need for Speed game that really felt like Need for Speed.
Sorry, just give me a sec.
I totally just crashed in my Scout, that's fine. She'll forgive me. This wall won't forgive me, though. Oof. Oh, another weird thing, right? Like, if your teammate finishes first, you don't have to finish first. So, like, it really just kind of comes down to your Scout.
So close, come on, you're so close.
So, like, even though I'm in second place, I technically won because my Scout got first. Which kind of, I think, takes out the stress of it a bit. So I'm not sure, like, how I feel about that. Never have known how I feel about that. But it's neither here nor there. And now we took over this little chunk of territory, and now if we get the rest of that island, we'll have a boss fight. But I kind of just do everything. But I think I should, like, check out a drift race really quick, just, like, show, like, how bad it is. And then show a cheesy cutscene. This is not going to be a long video, to be honest. Because, I currently have food being delivered to me. Oh, here you go. Here we go. Here's the drift. So I kind of want to be at the door for when that gets here. It's actually coming a lot quicker than I thought it would. So, that sounds really bad out of context. Let's do a drift really quick. I don't know if we'll be able to beat it. Usually these drifts take me a few retries, just because, like, how bad they feel. They feel really bad. You'll see right away, like, how this control just how this car just controls and handles in the drift mode. It's bad. It's really, really bad. I don't like it. Oh, God. It's already starting. But yeah, you're gonna get rewarded for more speed and getting as close to the wall as possible in the world's, like, most rubbery feeling slippery car. Doesn't matter, like, how your car feels in normal races, they just completely override everything here. And even if I, like, try to regain control of the car, it's like, it's a lost cause. Like, it's truly a lost cause. Because the car just, like, takes off and just has, like, a mind of its own. Straight up. That's fine. There's no way I'm gonna get a good score here. Because I have, like, no speed. And I'm bound to hit a wall soon. Damn it. It's so hard, man. Like, words cannot describe. How hard this is. Holy crap. I'm even getting, like, really quiet. It's not, like, even that serious of a deal. Well, if you kind of, like, stay, like, in the lines, like, on the side of the road, like, when those pop up, you should be getting bonus points. That's how it's supposed to work. But I can't be bothered to even try. Oh my god. I swear I'm not even doing this on purpose. It just controls that badly. Oh man. Here we go. Oh god. I'm somehow gonna get first, because I feel like I'm doing this island, like, way later than I'm meant to. Like, way later. Oh well. But there's a drift. I somehow won that, with that being that rough, but, like, I swear it controls so badly. Like, it's terrible. Like, it's actually, like, legitimately terrible. It's like the weakest point of this entire game. Do I have any like really, really short race I can do? We can do this one. I'll probably wrap it up on this because I feel like I've kind of like said my piece really with it. There's really nothing to do with the cops. Like cops every now and then show up. I've seen them a total of 2 times in 5.5, 6 hours. They have a really cool thing called the Canyon event, which I've seen a total of 2 times in 6 hours. 2 of the race types just aren't good. The speed event and the which I haven't shown, and the drift events, both of them suck. Basic racing's fine. Car customization is serviceable enough, like it's not really offensively bad, but it's not like really super complex. Car selection right now seems super weak in it. There's really not much for me to choose from, but I'm sure that's going to open up a bit more as it goes on, I hope. But right now there isn't much. Like there's like a Chrysler 300, there's like 2 Mazdas. There's a Camaro I can buy. It's pretty light on cars so far, but I think there's probably a good amount, hopefully, as the game goes on. We shall see. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing videos on this or if I'm going to keep streaming it, honestly, but I do kind of like want to complete this game at some point because I'm already so far into it. And I just want to know like how this really cheesy story wraps up. It's one of those things like where I'm really curious about it. Oh god. I want to talk about it. That is my biggest screw up I think I've had in this game yet. Like during a race. That was bad. But I'm also kind of like keeping an eye on my my DoorDash window. Because my food is like almost here. So like right now I'm on a race to finish up this nice recording so I can go get my food at the door. Chinese food, boneless spare ribs, roast pork lo mein, chicken fingers, and fried rice. One hell of a combo plate. It's like my favorite combination of everything. I don't know if I can catch up, actually. I might lose this, which is fine. I kind of deserve it after, like, crashing into that wall, but we'll see if we can pull off something here. Pull off some crazy last-second strats. Not meant to be. That's fine. Is what it is. My food's almost here, but I figure I will wrap up this video, because I think everyone gets the point with this game pretty quick, by showing a lovely video. So every time like you get like a crew member, which is like the scouts and stuff, you get like these cheesy bio videos. I loved this one, and I wanted to share it. I don't know why I find it so funny, but I love that. Yeah, my food's here. You saw a few races. I actually lost one. Is what it is. Nice AutoZone product placement in the background. But yeah, Need for Speed Carbon. PS3 version. It's pretty good. Again, just kind of unfinished feeling. But at the same time, I like it. It's pretty good. So hopefully I'll one day finish this one up. But y'all have a lovely day. My food is actually here. So yeah, toodles.